Hey guys, today let's talk about reading goals for 2023. So I had goals that I really didn't maintain sticking to, and I know I did my check-in like halfway through the year to be like, everything looks like it's going great. Out of my 8 goals, I only completed 3 of them, so that's not great. And honestly, in the past, I know I've said I'm not going to do reading goals anymore because it stresses me out, but then I continue to do goals. I'm pretty adamant for 2024 that I'm just not going to do goals anymore because it does stress me out. Like, I don't know why I want to keep putting pressure on myself to read, because reading should be fun, and I should just want to read because I want to read, not because I'm trying to read a certain type of book or a certain amount of book, or too much for me. And I know so many people have amazing goals where they're trying to read more diversely, or more books from the LGBTQ plus community, or they're trying to read from certain types of authors, and I commend people for doing that, but my brain just cannot handle stress like that anymore. So I'm going to read, and whatever I end up reading is going to be what I read, but I just can't keep putting things on me. But the only thing that I'm actually going to keep like an eye on this year is maybe finishing some series, but that's because I just have a lot of unfinished things and I'd like to like get it down a little bit. But that's because I should be trying to finish some of these series, and like say some of these series I might be keeping at the moment because I've never finished them, but then I might on hold them in the future. Like certain things like that I think will be helpful, but this year I'm really just trying to be like stress-free on the reading side of things and just have fun, you know. But let's go through my goals anyway and see what we got up to. So first goal I always talk about every year is my Goodreads goal. So I always set it at 52 books, and this year I only read 42, but this is a goal that I don't really care about as much, and every year I do the Goodreads goal, and for the past probably 3 or 4 years I've just set it to 52. So if I make it, win for me. If I don't make it, that's okay, because I just didn't feel like reading as much that year, and I still think 42 is pretty good. Like, not a book a week, but I still really do think I did a good job getting to where I was. So this is a goal that's like not too sad that I didn't meet it. Like, most of them aren't really that sad, but it's just, you know, it is what it is. Okay, I kind of take it back, because the next one I'm a tiny bit sad about, and that was I had a goal of getting to 1,000 subscribers in the year of 2023, and I was very far off it. I only got to 792. Now, I have a feeling I was around like 705 or something. I still had a gain of like over 80 subscribers, which isn't a bad thing, but I thought that it seemed possible that like with the way that I was like slowly rising, that it might happen and more people were going to see me and want to subscribe to me. So it is a bit of a bummer, but honestly I have gotten used to the idea that I just don't have content that a wide variety of people want to watch, and it's always sad because you see the big booktubers get there so easily, and then there's all of us little ones who have just been sitting at the same subscriber count for like 8 years and just not much happens. But it would have been really fun, but I guess I'm just never going to be one of the cool kids, and I am very thankful for everyone that watches and comments and lets me know that they like watching my content. And at this point in time I don't have any plans on stopping booktube, but I feel like I'm just not going to upload as much. And I mean, I haven't had a schedule for like ever really. Like, I just used to upload a lot more when I was at school in Jindabyne with no friends and no Netflix. So now I work a lot, I do try to hang out with my friends, I talk to people a lot. It's just there's things I like watching TV. Reading and editing isn't always on the forefront anymore, and it just comes with growing up in age. But I don't want to let go of booktube because I do really like having this whole collection of my reading life, and I love talking to my friends. Like, a lot of my good friends now I made through my YouTube channel, and that's honestly priceless to me. Even if no one watches me, I made some long-lasting friends, and some of them I went overseas with, so that's just amazing to me. But I will just not worry about my subscriber count anymore. I will just let it go. People will come if they want to, but I know that my friends are here to stay, and that is the main thing to me. The next reading goal was to watch my friends' content, and I said yes to this because I really freaking tried this year, and I've been enjoying watching it on my TV so much. Like, that revolutionized me watching, because I search all the usernames up on YouTube and I go through all the videos I haven't watched, and it's just great because I can crochet while I'm watching. I can make Taylor Swift friendship bracelets, which is very much fun for me because I do need that time to just really get as many made as possible, because I'm going to try and be confident and go up to people and trade with them and hopefully bring a heap home. But I would say this is a win. It's up to you to judge, obviously, but I do say that I did a good job with this. And then my next goal was finish 5 series, and I read 7! Look at me go. I haven't finished that many series in quite a few years, and I feel like I can do it. I feel like I just want to keep going in this role of just finishing series, even if they're newer series or they're older series. I just want to keep finishing things because I just feel like it just makes me feel more well-rounded when I've actually read more than 1 or 2 books in a series, or finished some trilogies, finished some duologies. I just want to get some stuff read. But I'm so proud of really smashing this goal out. And then the last one that I did complete was physical TBR to be less at the end of the year than to the start, and I did this quite well. So at the start of the year, my TBR physically of books that I own was 453. That is so bad, and not to say that 427 isn't still bad, but I could have potentially gotten up to 500. So I'm very proud of this, and to be fair, I did buy a lot of books in the last couple of months because a lot of things have come out. I was over in the UK, there was books there that were cheaper, so I've spent quite a lot of money, but the main factor of bringing this down was the fact that I unhauled 105 books. And I felt like a weight was lifted off my chest for finally getting rid of some of these books that I know I'm never going to read because I was a different person when I bought them, and books that I just never liked but I just continue to keep. Because sometimes I feel like I need to keep every book I've ever read so I have the physical representation of it, but it's like, if I don't like it, why keep it? So I was very proud of myself for that unhaul, and to be honest, I might do another one soon, or I might wait a bit, but unhauling seems to be the way to go because I have yet again run out of space in this room mostly, but thankfully I have a lot more space in my contemporary section, and that is what I normally buy, so at least that can hopefully keep going for a while. But I think the factor will be running out of space that will make me do it again. But hopefully, as I said, I'm gonna have a mood reading year. Me reading might bring my TBR down even further for 2024, but I still am very happy that the number went down by 26 books, and that is not the biggest difference ever, but I'm very proud of that. Next, I want to talk about my reading journal recommendations page. I'm not going to talk about each specific recommendation that I had that I did and didn't complete, but I will talk about it in my reading journal wrap-up video that will come out at some point. I don't know when, it will probably be after this video, but I have to film it still. But I only got 8 out of the 12 done, and to be fair, that's not too bad, but I just didn't finish it. And every time I would finish a book, I was like going through the list being like, does it count? Because I found that I wasn't really reading books to make them count. Like, they just happened to line up. The only one that I actually did go out of my way to read was Good Girl Bad Blood, because it had a fingerprint on the cover, and that was a very specific challenge. And I'm also so sad that I failed Cat from Stars and Embers because I didn't read Game Board of the Gods, even though it was one of the goals. I went and bought the book, but I just haven't done it. So I will do it 2024, but see, that's me forcing myself to read. But I will find a time when I really want to read it, and I will do it. But I failed you, and I'm sorry. And then my Magical Readathon Adventure Challenge, I was doing so well, and I lost it in the last month. I did 11 out of the 12 challenges, but book with fire in the title or on the cover. I have books, but I didn't want to read them. I was on a roll. I was reading fun books at the end of the year, and I didn't want to fuck that up by reading something I didn't want to read that would put me in a slump. So she doesn't get to be a phoenix at the last minute, and I was doing so well. As I said, I did all of the 11 months up until November, and then December failed me. But I am going to still say that I did a good job, and what I'm going to do is when I read House of Flame and Shadows, flame is fire, I'm going to put it in my book and it's going to count, and no one can tell me no, because I did a great job. And Opal is not doing well in school, so being a phoenix can at least make her a slight bit happier for Magical Readathon. But I am very sad about it because I was very adamant and I really wanted to do it. I just knew that I didn't want to force myself to read something I didn't want to read. So I was taking care of my mental reading habits here by making sure I was just reading really fun things at the end of the year. And lastly, book buying ban. Freaking what ban? I don't even remember I put this as a goal. I think I was doing well in the first half of the year. But yeah, I went overseas. I brought 10 books home with me, and I will have to do that haul video. I filmed the haul part of it, but I wanted to actually get some of the video that I filmed in the UK going in the bookshops. But I got to find which day I did it, move the footage over, edit it. So that's going to be a haul that you will not see for a while. But I then bought a lot of books at Big W because like I bought the whole Crave series. It's like you can see the start of it there. I will do a haul for the end of the year. Like I was doing really well, right? I did a 9-month haul or something for the first half of the year because I just didn't have enough books for a good haul video, so that shows I was doing well. But I probably bought just as much in the last 3 months of the year. I failed. We're not going to take that as a win, but I still have less books on my TBR. So it's still not a win though. It doesn't count. We're not counting it because I did go a bit apeshit, but I also am very excited to read most of the books I bought, so that can also be a win. But yes, that is my like wrap up of all the goals and stuff, and even those goals weren't even that complicated, but I just didn't get to it. I didn't want to push, as I said, and I just want to have a fun reading year. Like I still enjoyed 2023's year of reading as a whole. I always feel like I just want to try and fall back in love with reading. Like when I see people like starting to read like Sarah J Maas and then they're binging all the books and then they start to collect more books and they're so excited to be reading. I lost that a long time ago. Like I do like reading, but BookTube made it a chore. You really shouldn't spend so much time on hobbies to the point that you kind of start to hate them, because it's hard, and then you accumulate, you stop wanting to do things, but then you're like, you're so invested in pushing content for people, but then you got to think of your mental health. And like, I still want to be here and I still very enjoy it, but I don't know if people notice that I started to be less excited about books over the course of time. But I always try to be fun and bubbly in my videos because that's who I want to be. Like, I do have a bit of golden retriever energy for anyone who has met me in person. It is true, but I just want to fall back in love with it and read when I want to, when I'm really invested and when I'm really excited. And just House of Flame and Shadows, if it doesn't bring me back, I don't know what's going to. But I do hope you enjoyed the video. Did you meet all of your goals, or did you have a bad year kind of like I did? I hope everyone did have a great time of reading and just a generally great time in 2023. But I do hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!